Investing or gambling, what is the difference, right? So the definition an investing, an investing, of investing is the process of investing money for profit or material return, right? A gamble is playing a game of chance for money. I think it comes down to your knowledge of what you are investing in, right? So let's say like gambling, you got like casinos, horse races, sports, like all this stuff. That's 110% a gamble, right? But if you have no idea what you're doing in real estate or you have no idea what you're doing in the stock market, that is a gamble, right? If you don't know how to actually value a company and buy the stock into it, you're gambling, right? And everyone's like, well, Warren Buffett's gambling. No. Warren Buffett, he buys like majority share of the company, so he controls the company, right? No one else controls it. That's kind of the reason I don't like stocks. Because, for example, you buy some Tesla, right? And I feel like that stock, to me personally, is more of a gamble, right? Because it's way overvalued. So let's say that, I don't know, you buy it today, it's on sale today, right? You buy it today, a month or two from now, it goes up like crazy. And then next thing you know, all the Teslas start exploding because the batteries or whatever crazy thing happens. Not even that, because that's kind of more chance. But let's say like Elon does some crazy ass shit because, that's what Elon does. And it can either go for the up or down. But let's say he does something negative. So he can crash. Just by him putting out a tweet, it can crash. That's why, to me, I feel like that's more of a gamble, right? But at the other, I guess, spectrum, I look at real estate. But hold on, since we're on stocks, you can go with like a blue chip stock that's like super safe and that has always been trending and been going up, and that's more of an investment than a gamble, right? When you invest in something and you're just hoping that the trend keeps going up or whatever, and you don't have any of the knowledge of the assets and how it's valued and the outlook and everything else, I feel like that's a gamble. So for real estate, to me, I feel like that's not a gamble at all. That's a legit investment because you actually have ownership of it. I guess you still have ownership of the stocks, but the way I see it is like I can buy a house for 50K, put 15 into it, and then the house will be worth, I don't know, 120K. Let's say that it's a beautiful house, right? Move-in ready. Even back in like, whatever it was, 08, 07, 09, that house would still be worth what the money I had put into it, right? I could still get 65K for it. It's half of what it's worth. Even, right? Which, even at that time, you could probably still sell it for like 70 or 80 and still make some money on it, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. I just think it really comes down to how much you understand what you're putting your money into. And horse racing, casinos, like that is 110% a gamble, right? The house always wins. With stocks and real estate, you have ownership of it and you're supposed to be always winning if you invest correctly. And if you know what you're doing, right? I see a lot of people in real estate, they try to force a deal. Forcing a deal just to buy it and hoping that the market keeps, like all the people like a month ago that were trying to make these deals happen just because, rent's gonna keep going up, the houses are gonna keep going up in value, and it will eventually, but if they ended up buying it like 2 months ago, and now they're sitting there like, oh shit, like I can't even rent my house right now because, so I think investing in, that's kind of how I define investing and gambling. And I guess that I saw the definitions, but that's how I look at an investment versus a gamble, right? If I just go blindly buy a house in Birmingham at whatever it's worth and rent it out, hoping that Birmingham's going to still be going up, which it most likely will, I feel like that's a gamble, right? Because you don't know that. But when you buy something for really cheap at a discount, you make it worth more, I think that's an investment, right? So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I'm curious what you think. And crypto, do you think crypto is an investment or a gamble? Because I think that's a huge gamble. And don't get me wrong, I threw a bunch of money in crypto like 2 years ago, got a little wallet, throw it in my safe, and it's there. And like 20, 30 years from now, I'm either going to have the same money I put into it, I'm either going to have zero or maybe millions and billions and trillions, right? You never know. The world's crazy out here. So anyway, hope you have a great day, and